Hey everyone, it's Chris Hawk. So I wanted to put this video together for those of you that are in energy, that are waiting for StarStake and really excited about everything we're doing. This video is going to talk about our roadmap, what's coming, where we're at with things, how we're doing, and are we on track, are we on schedule, and I'm going to formally tell you about a brand new technology that we've been working on. It's been very quiet, and to be honest with you, I was going to put together a really flashy, cool, fun, formal video to announce this, but right now time is so critical that it's more important for me just to talk to you about it, tell you about this amazing innovation that we're doing that has never been done before, first of all. Second of all, it solves a huge issue in the crypto space, and transactions and all this stuff, and what it really means as far as to our economy, to you, the stakeholders, to us, to people that are aligning with this financial system first and foremost, okay? Just remember, energy, I have this conversation a lot. People are like, what is energy? It's like one of the toughest questions I think I get asked, because it's like somebody saying, what's an automobile? Okay, well, you could say it's a truck, but it's not. It could be a car. You could say it's a motorcycle. You could say a lot of it's a Corvette. You could say it's a Lamborghini. You could say it's my rusted out. There's so many things that make up an automobile. It's the engine. It's the paint job. There's so many things. And I kind of feel that way about energy. And people just ask me all the time, what is this energy stuff? Is it a coin? And it always comes back to this coin thing. It's not. It's an economy. It's a financial system. I tell people, and I'm just going to say this just so you guys can start getting used to hearing this. It's a financial system, meaning it's like having your own bank. Okay, and you know, these banks, typically you put money in there and you get these yields and your savings accounts and financing and all these things, and the banks make this money. The banks have the majority of that money, and that's how they survive. Yes, they take some risks. They're insured by the government and all these things, but for the most part, the banks benefit in big ways. Okay, now because energy is basically the bank. It's a decentralized financial system. We do a lot of the things, or can do a lot of things that banks do, except instead of the companies, the centralized bank making all this money and leveraging all our money, we as energy holders, people who stake the coin, own the coin, get to benefit from the growth of all the different things on top of, or in the bank, okay, or on top of energy being built on, the technologies, revenues, all of that. That is energy. Energy is just our own ecosystem, our own economy, to be able to do great things and benefit from the growth of everything. As Alan always says, it's a greater than zero-sum opportunity, because if one thing fails, one dApp, one iNFT doesn't take off, it doesn't matter, because there's hundreds of them. There's lots of different dApps. There's all kinds of revenues that will come in. And so that's why we as stakers in energy that believe in this vision, that believe that we're building something significant, will be the ones that benefit. And of course, people will come in after us and want to stake, and trust me, there'll be this frenzy for that. But for right now, just so you understand, energy is the financial system that allows us to do what we need and want to do, and to all benefit together, right? There's no equity with a company or debt or anything like that, okay? So that being said, there's technology, which is that second layer, and that's what we've worked on really hard. And some of this technology has come up as we started to build our own dApps, okay? So you have these applications that take this technology, and then we're using that technology, whether it's the Infinity NFT or some of our other tech, and we're putting it into applications for people to use. That's all it is. Okay, you can take the technology in an iPhone, all right, to the coding, the internals, the processors, the RAM, all of those things are the tech inside, and you're trying to build this phone that's this thin, that has a battery life of 10 billion days, right? And that's what you're trying to do. And so that's what we're doing. We have this amazing technology. Now we're building these applications to use it, shell it, make it real world applicable, make it usable and accessible. All right. That's what we're doing. And eventually, when people see the things that we come out with, they'll say, you know what, I want to build on energy too. I want to build using that tech too. And that's the cool thing about blockchain, you guys, it's layered. You can build on top of everything. So it's all open source. You can see everything. So when we build StarStake and we build CyberCity and some of this other tech, people can come in and say, that's amazing, I want to use that, and that's when they start building their businesses. It's really hard to go out there and say, you need to build on energy, you should build a dApp, and they'll say, why? Typically, they don't quite understand the reason why they would do that until we either get really good at telling, okay, or get really good at showing. I choose showing because one, it helps us because we can create our own great things that people want to use, and it's easier, and I don't like selling as much as I like building and creating great product. So that's where we're at. And so we have three main dApps, or three major developments. I call them iPhones for us, just to try to make this relevant to what you guys are used to. Is we have StarStake. StarStake is what's housing our Infinity NFT technology. Our Infinity NFTs are the technology that is exclusive to Energy. Nobody has this patent pending tech to be able to have these NFTs that have staking contracts in them that give us access to royalties, right? So you guys know the spiel. It's, you could take a YouTuber, you could take anything that's intellectual property, not only get that and have ownership of it, but you can get the royalties that are attached to that piece as well. It could be a book, you know, it changes the dynamics of a book launch forever. Right now, an author can launch a book with an iNFT, and when you stake that iNFT, you get the book, you get all kinds of cool stuff. It just changes everything, and it brings great money into them. It brings great money into the readers, the fans, the network, everything. Okay, so StarStake is the platform that really it makes iNFTs come to life. There's StarStake Sports, StarStake Music, StarStake Pros, StarStake Business, StarStake Creators. There's different branches of StarStake within that application. So when you go to StarStake, you'll be able to search different iNFTs in different verticals and industries, from YouTubers, music, construction, anything. Okay, sky's the limit. So that's a major, probably the most significant, biggest thing that we are building to date. And it's going to be the biggest thing that we do, most significant thing we do to see Energy go and blast off and to really take off, because it's going to show now, one iNFT shows the world what we have. One iNFT brings everybody to say, wow, they did that. I remember when they were talking about it, that's what they meant. I want to do that. I'm an artist. I'm a musician. I'm a business, whatever. And now they can see it, use it, touch it, feel it, taste it, and come in and do the same thing. And maybe if they're really smart, they'll want to build their own version of StarStake. They could do that too. And guess what? There could be 100 StarStakes and we all win. Right? That's the cool part. There is no, oh, that's competition. No, because we have the financial system. We're the bank. We all benefit from their success. Okay, so that's my point, is we have this amazing thing we're building, which is StarStake. Okay, and that is still on track for coming out in October. We've had some amazing developments. We've had some massive strides on that, and I'm going to share with you the big reveal here in just a second right here. But the second thing is CyberCity. CyberCity takes that iNFT tech but creates an educational platform, a marketing platform for you to go out to the world and share it, make some money, introduce people to the different concepts of DeFi, fintech, staking, marketing, to building on this. Okay, so that's like an acquisition product. It's what I'm used to as marketing. So that's what CyberCity is. It's just another dApp that uses the tech and is built on top of Energy. Again, we all win because it all feeds through the bank, I guess you could call it. The third huge thing, and this is become so big, it was by accident. It was not something we were planning ahead on. And it was just because we needed to solve a problem, and a new problem. Actually wasn't new, but it was an apparent problem when we started creating the interfaces and looking at how users use and stake these iNFTs. Remember, if there's two things that we're focused on here at Energy, and I mean me personally, as far as building some of these things, these apps, is usability and accessibility. Okay, usability, is it something that we can use every day? Is it something we can integrate into our everyday lives? And is it accessible to everyone? Is it easy to access? Is it easy to get in from any phone, from any website? Is it usable, accessible? And those are probably two of my biggest goals I look to achieve. The user experience is important because you can have the best features and tech in the world, but it doesn't mean you have an iPhone. Doesn't mean, and I know some of you are Google people, but doesn't mean you have a device or something that you want to use that is easy to use, that people will use. So the hard part is taking all that great stuff and making something beautiful. And I will tell you, we are doing that. We have some amazing stuff. So this third huge innovation that we came up with was because the transaction process for staking, or for buying anything for that matter, on blockchain is extremely difficult. It's not good. Using cryptocurrency to buy stuff, like buy a t-shirt, is probably one of the worst things you can do. There's too many steps. There's too many numbers that don't mean anything to you. So you could have a bunch of numbers in your wallet, whether that be Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever it is, and it doesn't make sense to you, whatever currency you're used to using, whether it's dollars, yen, pesos, whatever. Okay, so there's that. There's the wallet. It's not a personal thing. It's kind of scary, right? Like those numbers could disappear and you could lose your money. It's different than what we're used to. And so it really isn't good. And it's volatile. These coins using cryptocurrency, it's so volatile, going up and down, up and down. And I know we have our own NRGYWIRE coin, and we have that for a reason, but even that has its limits. Even that has its challenges, because the NRGYWIRE goes up and down. Okay, the numbers, if you want to buy a t-shirt for $20 and then how much NRGYWIRE is at 200,000 NRGYWIRE or some crazy number, calculating that and even putting that on the website, it's just very foreign. Again, is it really usable? Maybe to some crypto people, but we're talking like we have to really innovate to make this something that we're going to use every day and make it friendly. And so the idea we came up with, say, hey, you know what? We can't deal with the gas fees anymore. You're not going to buy a t-shirt or stake something for $20 and pay $50, $60, $70 gas fees. Forget it, right? You can't use a stable coin. I mean, NRGYWIRE is great for this, but it's still volatile, and the numbers are too different from what we're used to using. And the whole idea of having coins in a wallet is just so foreign, at least it is today. So how can we make that better? How can we offset the volatility? How can we create something stable? Well, we can't use USDC coin because yes, it's stable, but you still have the gas fees, so forget it. So how do we fix that? And so Alan came up with this idea. We started throwing some ideas around. He said, I have this idea, and whenever that happens, usually my head wants to explode, because it means a lot of work, a lot of figuring things out. But he's genius when it comes to some of the back-end technologies and what it can do. It's somewhat of my job to see what it will do, but he can say, we can do this. And I'm like, okay, does the math check out? Yes. All right, let's figure out how this would work. And when he said that, I saw the Lucid chart, and it was just like a roadmap of downtown Los Angeles or something. It was just unbelievable. But then he explained it to me. He said, what if we created a visual currency called NFT money? What if we create a stable version of an NFT, but that it could be used as a currency to transact, not only for StarStake or CyberCity, but for anything, for a Shopify store, for a t-shirt, for shoes. We created the first visual currency. And I said, well, how is that possible? And he said, well, we have the algorithm. We already have the technology in the back end. I've had it for a few years. We just haven't applied it to NFTs. And so I started thinking about it. I was like, okay, so you're saying that we can mint our own NFTs as images, right? If you're familiar with NFTs, regular NFTs, we could mint our own pictures, make our own designs, make it stable, use NRGYWIRE, so it's the same, but it's stable. So if we mint a $1 NFT, maybe it looks like a bill, right? $1, it will always be $1. It never, no matter if NRGYWIRE goes up or goes down, that is a stable currency that can be used to transact. And you're telling me that it's visual? Like they get this bill and they have it in a wallet and they can see it and they can look at it and they can collect it? I was like, how is that possible? Well, it's possible. And we built it. And it's freaking amazing. And it's probably one of the biggest things that we have ever done here so far, because it not only is great for our stuff, it is going to be game-changing for everything online. We created what's called NFTBs, NFT Bucks, okay? NFT Bucks is a stabilized NFT that has a picture of a currency using our standards, our requirements, has our seals on it, and it uses our algorithm. So inside that NFT is a smart contract that stabilizes the price, meaning if you have a $100 NFT buck, right, a picture of that bill, it's always worth $100, $10, doesn't matter the denomination. Whatever that's minted as, let's just say it's a $100 bill, tomorrow, 100 years from now, that will always have a value of $100. You can just cash it in for USDC and take your money, right? Or you could just use that in a shopping cart to buy a pair of shoes, or to stake an iNFT on our system, or to spend money inside of CyberCity. And the cool part is now we can invent a much better transaction, a point of sale process online where you actually get to pick your money visually. You can just flip your thumb through your phone and be like, oh, I'm going to use this $10 bill, I'm going to use this $20 bill, I'm going to use this $100 bill, I'm going to stake 10,000 with one flip of the finger using an NFT Buck, which is a stabilized version. That $10,000 bill has $10,000 worth of NRGYGO and a currency in there that is used to stabilize it, and when it's transacted, it's cashed out, that goes out. So it still helps the economy of NRGYGO and energy. It does all the same things, but now you have these visual pieces of money. And so I printed out our Founders Edition. So what's going to happen in StarStake, stick with me here. I know I'm losing some of you. In StarStake, you'll log in, you'll connect your wallet, and it'll say, get your NFT Bucks. So you'll be able to get your NFT Bucks, you click a button, and it'll show different versions. We'll have what's called a Founders series of 10 different designs, different denomination and bill sizes, $1, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, etc. And you can choose what designs you want. You can collect them all. It's a series, it's a collection of 10 different designs. And it'll just, as soon as you buy them, you just use your wallet, the Ethereum in your wallet, boom, you buy them, and it shows up these pictures of these really cool bills, which you can use to then stake. So when you go to stake, you'll add, you'll say stake this song or stake this iNFT, and then at the checkout, you'll choose what bills you want to use, okay? And you can choose to use them to transact for anything, okay? Or you could just hold on to them and collect them. You could go to OpenSea and flip them and sell them and auction them. And we're actually going to have our own platform that allows people to mint their own NFT Bucks. And I'll get into that in a second. It's pretty amazing. So I printed these out so you could kind of picture them. These are some of the founder designs. You can see here's one. Basically what we did is we took the Founders collection of all these great innovators and owners of intellectual property over time and put them on these NFT Bucks. Right, so here's one with Stan Lee. Okay, you can see that. Here's one, this is Thomas Edison. Okay, now these will be in digital form, I'll show you in a minute. I just printed them out. Okay, great Steve Jobs. Okay, here's one of Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci. Here's one with the great IP, Dr. Seuss. Some of the greatest intellectual property right there. Alexander Graham Bell, we all know that, we use that every day. And another one, Jimi Hendrix. Great artist, great musician. So there'll be 10 total. So those are some examples. You'll be able to collect these. These are as good as cash. This right here, this $1,000 NFTB, if I had this in my wallet on StarStake or in my MetaMask wallet, I could cash it in for USDC immediately if I wanted to. Or I could hold on to it and sell this for $10,000 or $2,000, double the price, double the value of it. I could sell it because maybe there's only 5 of these in existence. Right? We'll have limited edition bucks, we'll have rare bucks, we'll have collectible bucks, we'll have standard ones. And the cool thing is people who make their iNFTs on StarStake will be able to mint their own bucks. So when you go in to buy your bucks, let me show you, I'll give you a sneak peek here. Let me just turn this around so you can see it on my screen. Okay. You'll be able to buy edition. Here's the limited Founders Edition. So you can be able to get these different bucks designs, put them in your wallet and use them as money, just like you would anything else. There'll be packages, so you'll be able to buy bundles. Okay, or say somebody, let's say my fiance Shang, the musician, she can have her own Shang bucks and you can buy her bills to use, or you can collect them. Or if she has collector rare bucks, you can use them. But remember, they use NRGYGO, they use our tokens, our coins to help back these and stabilize them. And then from that point on, you can just choose to do whatever you want with them across any platform. All right, so nobody has the technology to do this. Nobody's doing it. It's super complicated and difficult. And we have some amazing artists making the Founders Editions, which you all will be able to get. It'll be a limited run. They'll be super valuable because it's the only time we'll ever have these. So I would definitely prioritize getting them. But also that's what you need to use and spend on StarStake or to buy t-shirts. That's why we haven't come out with clothing for energy, is we wanted to change how people buy. And I literally, when we started working on this, I said I want it to feel like when you go to buy something online, like you're almost reaching in your pocket and grabbing a $100 bill and you're paying for it. And then, but you're looking at that bill and you're like, I really don't want to get rid of this. Because when you spend it, it's gone. You don't own it anymore. You don't have it anymore, right? It cashes it in for that dollar value. So maybe it's a Santa Claus bucks and you're like, oh, my kid gave that to me, or my son, my brother, whatever. I'm going to hold on to that. You put it back in your pocket and you choose a different bill. It creates a very personal relationship with the transaction process. It is personal, because eventually we are going to have our platform that will come out shortly after StarStake, We'll see how close, because we're building it now anyway. Whereas it's a marketplace where you'll be able to go and see all these different bills. People can mint their own, so you can make your own Chris Bucks, John Bucks. You can create your own branded bucks from your business, and all you have to do is you put the money in there. You put your own designs. You just have to have, there's certain things like our seals. Let's see if I can find them. Right, we have a couple seal. There's the energy seal. There's the NFTB seal on there. The denomination has to be at the top and the bottom. The dimensions always have to be the same, etc. So it has to follow some guidelines. And you'll be able to mint them right on our website, you guys, which is really cool. And you can use those in StarStake. It doesn't matter, as long as they're true NFTBs, NFT Bucks. You can use them in merchants. We have a point of sale system coming out where you can actually, people who have Shopify stores will be able to use our checkout system, payment system, using NFT Bucks. So they can, if you have a clothing company, you can come out with your own clothing NFT Bucks, and you can make them collectible. So when people buy, a shirt or something, they can get a special edition NFT voucher buck, right? And they can use that for things to transact, to collect, all this kind of stuff. This was a big deal because now the transaction, you as a buyer, or us as a buyer, to go and buy something, the checkout's really cool because you just choose what bucks you want to use, right? You're not trying to look at numbers and calculate numbers and see these long string of crypto numbers, and you're worried, is it going up? Is it going down? Is it worth it? Oh, I don't want to sell right now because Bitcoin's down. All this, it's not practical. It's not usable. It's not real world it's applicable. It just really isn't. So this eliminates that. Now you're probably asking, well, what if energy goes down? What if NRGYWIRE goes down? What if NRGYWIRE goes up? Well, that's how we offset and stabilize the price. So a cool feature that we'll have on our site, yes, you can mint your own bucks there. And as long as you have those bucks, you can use them anywhere. But what happens if you want to hold on to it? So let's say this Jimi Hendrix buck is limited edition. There's only 100 of these minted, okay? And you have one of the 100. Maybe you don't want to spend that. It could be worth something, okay? You hold on to it. Rather than just keeping it in your wallet, okay, you'll be able to put it in what we call our Gallery Reserve. The Gallery Reserve will be on the site, and that's where you can see anybody that wants to hold these. You can put them into the Gallery Reserve and earn a yield on it every single week. A yield, maybe it'll be 6%, 10%, 20%. We did the math, it checks out. And it's likely you can see around 5-6% every single week on your NFT Bucks, on the value of these. So how cool is that? And then you can take them out at any time. There's no penalty for unstaking these. It's just a place to put them. It helps secure the system, right? It helps keep the price stable. It helps keep the price of energy go up because all these people are collecting these things. So what happens? The supply shrinks. Okay, but it's also a really cool place. You can go to this gallery and you can look at all these different collections, from rare, collectibles, whatever, that people put in there, and it's visual. You can actually see that. It's not like staking tokens. You can't see it in crypto. Whereas now people are basically staking art, and you can make a yield on that, and then you can take it out and sell it and flip it or auction it or do whatever you want, spend it if you wanted to, okay? A really cool feature that we're building into this. So you guys, this has been a huge development for us. It's been a lot of work the last 2.5 weeks building the interfaces, which I just showed you briefly, explaining what this is going to be, making it really fun and exciting to buy stuff. And most importantly, when you go to StarStake, it needs to be something where the average person just understands it. Right? You go there, you see a song, you just grab some bucks, just like you would grab V-Bucks from a game or something. You grab your NFT Bucks, which we are the original NFT Bucks technology, which is stable, the stable technology that has the actual value of the denomination on that. And it's open to people to design their own, especially for people that are creating iNFTs on StarStake. These artists, these IP, you could have a YouTuber can have their own currency and collectibles, and they can make money because they can mark it up if they want, if it's a rare piece of art on there. It just opens up so many amazing doors if you wrap your head around this concept, what it will do. And over the holidays, you could have holiday bucks. And, if I wanted to send a relative of mine a crypto, it wouldn't make sense. They wouldn't even know what to do with it, right? They would laugh. They would lose it probably. I could send them an NFT buck, right? They could get an image, put it in their wallet, and they could go to NFTBucks.com and they can actually go and see that and cash it out. They could cash out their Santa Claus bucks, their Chris bucks, their holiday bucks, whatever I wanted to make. And it's just a really cool way to introduce people to crypto without having the whole coin thing, the instability and the speculation and the risk. Now you have the stability of an NFT, the value of this collectible, which is beautiful. It's personal. Like, you can make your own, you can buy ones that you like, use them, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that is a huge development that I wanted to share with you. And the point of sale piece is a big piece that we're working on to allow other people with e-commerce stores to take advantage, because using crypto, I know like Shopify, we've looked at it all. They have crypto payment processing, but the fees, they take a ginormous fee. It's not a good experience. They're just trying to force it. So whereas us, we can have a point of sale system where it's really cool. You can just choose your bucks, boom, 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 and you can check out, and you can collect them, and it creates even more fan loyalty to these brands when you're actually using their own money in so many ways. Visually, where cryptocurrency has not been visual in the past or stable. And we have that. So super cool stuff. Just that was the update for today. The funnels, all that stuff, marketing things are coming once StarStake is done. StarStake is #1 priority today until October. And then when that comes out, then I think we're going to see the floodgates happen. So you'll have the NFT Bucks, you'll have that marketplace, that mint, StarStake and all those iNFTs, and then you have CyberCity using NFT Bucks too. We have CyberBucks there. And then it's just open to the world, see what the world does with it, see how they react to it. I think when they see what they can do here, there's going to be a lot of people making their own NFT bucks, because right now there's just a bunch of images on OpenSea. You can go there and it's a bunch of sketches selling for $2,000. There's no value other than what someone might pay for a piece of art. Whereas these, if you see an NFT buck with these seals, you know it has a dollar value. And if somebody tries to rip this design off and they say, oh, this is an NFT buck, but it's not, you can actually go to our website. You'll be able to go to the NFT Bucks site and verify that it is actually a stabilized cryptocurrency behind it, right? So you could cash it out for USDC, so people don't get scammed. Because if it's minted from us, then we know it's stabilized, which is really, really cool. Okay, so it'll just draw lots of people to us, and yeah, that's it. So with that, that's all I have for the updates today. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're excited. I'm excited. I also have another video I'm going to be releasing soon about just some other things that are happening that are really great too. So stay tuned. It's going to be an amazing holiday season this year. I'm looking forward to it. I'm exhausted, but I cannot wait to see everybody using and having fun with this stuff. I can't wait to use it myself. So with that, we'll see you guys. Bye.